So, you've just stumbled into this video after beating your meat 6 times, stuffing your face with enough Krispy Kreme donuts to feed an entire family, and inhaling enough THC to make a potato look like a more cognitively functioning organ than your brain. But fear not, because you've just stumbled into a gold mine of a video. If you follow the 3 steps I'm about to explain, not only will you free yourself of addictive peasant-like behaviors that are holding you back from your potential, but if I put you in the same room as David Goggins, he would look like the addict. Alright, let's get serious. The first thing I want you guys to understand is you will always be addicted to something. No matter how hard you try, you'll never truly get rid of addiction. However, your power comes in understanding that you can consciously select what you get addicted to. If you remove one source of dopamine from your brain, rest assured that it will probably find another one. However, it's up to you whether that source of dopamine is healthy, productive, and meaningful, or if it's disastrous and destructive. Everyone is addicted to something, but some are addicted to working out, eating clean, and developing their business, while others are addicted to busting gallons of semen in their left sock. Humans are habitual creatures. Because of neuroplasticity, which is the changing of your brain's neural pathways based on your actions, we will always succumb to routine. Whether that routine is good or bad, however, you can absolutely control. I'm sure a lot of people will relate to this, but my biggest addiction hands down was social media. I remember I'd spend hours scrolling, looking at memes that I didn't even find funny, reading about my favorite rapper's latest court trial, and basically doing fuck all. I hated the fact that I would be wasting time consuming mindless entertainment that left me with brain fog, apathy, and a general distaste for life. But despite all the negative feelings I had while doing it, I still couldn't stop. Sometimes out of self-sabotage, I'd actually double down. Ah shit, I just fucking relapsed to the hub. Oh, well, I'm on day 0, so I might as well relapse 4 more times. Imagine a man who hates his life because of an addiction and is still doubling down on that addiction. I knew I wanted to be productive, and I kind of knew what the problem was, but I convinced myself that it was unsolvable. Especially because I tried getting help from YouTube, and pretty much all the addiction advice was the same. You need a strong why reason, bro. You don't want it badly enough. You just need to be disciplined and have willpower. All this advice did was make things worse. I felt weak and discouraged every time I relapsed on NoFap or scrolled on social media, and I convinced myself that I just wasn't disciplined and that I was weak. I'm sure you watching this video right now probably went through a similar cycle where you're motivated to start a new good habit and get rid of a bad habit, and then you relapse on that bad habit, and then you start negatively thinking self-deprecating thoughts, which reinforces the cycle all over again. Well, pull out your notebook and listen closely, because through personal experience and just navigating the field, I was able to figure out how to break this vicious cycle. Not only that, but I stopped being chained by bad habits, and I was actually able to control my life. I want you to forget all addiction-related advice you've heard before and watch this video with an open mind. My goal is for this video to be the last one you ever need to watch on addiction. It doesn't matter what type it is, whether it's fapping, smoking, drinking, they're all cut from the same cloth. To truly beat your addictions, you need to be equipped with the right knowledge and tools. So far, you've just been fighting an uphill battle, blindly punching the air hoping a punch connects. No wonder why you're losing. The problem is that most people don't want to admit they're addicted. They keep clinging on to this false image of themselves out of self-preservation. They don't want to feel the discomfort of reality, so they perpetually avoid it. Look at yourself in the mirror and face reality. Yes, I'm addicted to this bad habit that's serving me no purpose, and it would do my life better to get rid of it. It's okay to admit that you're currently weak. I mean, it's not even your fault. The world and all of its vices has left its mark on you when your brain was still impressionable. I mean, you didn't know any better. Forgive yourself. We live in a world that is trying to get you addicted, trying to make you a slave. By being self-aware and understanding your own reality, you're already ahead of 99% of the world. How many people do you know that are clearly codependent on a drug, video games, or porn, but try to convince themselves and the people around them that they have it in control? Nah bro, I'm not addicted, I only smoke weed 3 times a week. Shut the fuck up, you're addicted. The sooner you accept this fact, the easier it's gonna be to take steps to overcome this challenge and face your reality. This is a concept I talked about in my You Will Never Stop Relapsing on NoFap video, but it probably went over a lot of heads. Now that you've accepted your current reality, it's time to start shifting your identity to who you want to be. Since you've been doing this bad habit for months or years, you've actually started to identify with it like it's a part of you. It's time to disassociate from that behavior because it's no longer who you are. If your goal is to become a pro athlete, then identify with the habits and behaviors of a pro athlete. Basically tell yourself, I'm X type of person, so I don't need to do why bad habits. A lot of people want to quit an addiction, but they can't even convince themselves to let go of seeing it as part of their life. Positive affirmations are key to doing this correctly. When you wake up and before you go to sleep, affirm that you are who you want to be, and your actions will naturally align with your self-image. This isn't a bunch of BS that I thought of either. There are scientific studies that show that your self-perception and how you see yourself is directly correlated with the actions and the decisions that you make in life. If you want an in-depth explanation on the importance of self-image, then I highly recommend you read the book Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. The reason you keep trying so hard and using willpower and discipline to no avail is because you're trying to cure a problem using painkillers. Sure, it may get rid of symptoms temporarily, but you're not addressing the root issue. There doesn't have to be so much resistance. It doesn't have to be a war with your mind. If you're a smoker, look at the behavior of a non-smoker. Look at how they go about their life without a single thought of smoking. Start identifying with this new person. That's now you. Naturally, once you quit bad habits, you'll start gaining momentum and developing productive habits that give you delayed gratification. Start getting addicted to those. It'll literally override the craving for the bad habit in your brain. How you do one thing is how you do everything else. So by developing habits like meditation, eating clean, and working out, your entire life becomes a net positive. People don't understand that healing an addiction takes time. I mean, how do you expect to recover and heal in 2 weeks when you've been beating your shit for like 8 years? Set realistic goals. You'll probably relapse, fail, and revert back to old habits. I get people talking about the easy peasy method, but let's be real. Most people, even if they try using it, end up relapsing at some point. It's supposed to be a journey, not an instant fix. The key factor is your mindset through it. Will you allow yourself to feel shame and guilt and then self-sabotage yourself? Or will you maintain your new self-image, forgive yourself, and keep going on with your life? A relapse does not define you. Look at all the progress you made from when you started and always use that as a benchmark. There will be many bumps and setbacks down the road, that I can guarantee you. But as long as your general trajectory is positive, who really cares? Just keep going and trust the process. You owe that to yourself.